Good morning. So before we start with the information that I'm going to present today, is there anyone that has a week success that they want to talk about? In week one, anything magical happen? No one? We got somebody drinking more water. That's a success. Good job. What's that? Half a glass. It's better than none at all. So this is the start of week 2. Week 3, Monday, falls on MLK Day, which is a holiday. I would like to meet that Tuesday instead. This auditorium is not available, but we'll meet in the fitness center. I'll figure out how to make that work. So our next meeting will be Tuesday. I believe that is the 21st. Tuesday the 21st. And then our final meeting will be on the 31st, which is a Friday. We'll skip that Monday, and we'll meet that Friday to weigh back in and do all those types of things. And that'll be here in the auditorium at 10 o'clock. So you might want to write those down. Just Friday the 31st will be the celebration and weigh in, the reveal, the grand reveal. And then we'll meet Tuesday, no cake. Sorry. Friday the 31st, we'll meet right here. I'll have the scale here again. We'll go over, I think the topic for that week is maintaining momentum. How to take the things that you've implemented over the 3 weeks or 4 weeks by the time we get to that point and bring those into your daily life. Because we all know this is a lifelong journey, right? 4 weeks is a great way to kind of implement new habits and to start new things, but it's got to be ongoing for the benefit to really be there. It's a lifelong thing. It's a lifestyle. That's what it is. So we're trying to change the lifestyle, bring in more healthy options, things like that. So last week we talked about building awareness. Without awareness, no change can happen, right? First, you got to be aware that there is something that needs to be addressed. So hopefully you went through your week with more awareness, thinking about what you're eating, why you're eating it, what you're drinking, when you're drinking, and exercise. I know I've seen some faces up at the gym that I haven't seen, and that's good. The beginner strength class that I brought back online meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock. I had about 17 empty chairs. Yes. Was I? Oh, I was sick on Thursday. My bad, sorry. Well, I was there Tuesday, and I'll be there this week. So Tuesday and Thursday, 9 o'clock. That'll really tie into the topic this week, the gaining strength. So there's room in that class. Don't be intimidated. It's beginner level, great stuff. We're going to talk about the importance of strength training for senior citizens. And that's going to be our topic that we carry through this week. And I just wanted to share with you, this isn't on the handout, but a recent study published within the Journal of American Medical Association has shown that independent of aerobic training, adults over 65 who did resistance training 2 to 6 times per week lived longer than those who did 2 or less. So less than 2, that'd be just 1 or none at all. The study conducted over nearly 8 years with a precipitant pool exceeding 100,000 individuals. So if you know anything about scientific studies, that's a pretty strong study. It's long and it's got a lot of people in it. Aimed to understand the relationship between various forms of exercise and mortality risk. Participants were surveyed about their engagement in both aerobic and resistance training. So this were the findings. Resistance training matters. Those who engaged in resistance training at least 2 times per week experienced a 10% lower risk of mortality. So 10%. Now, if you add aerobic training into that, individuals, this is separate, so this is just aerobic training. Individuals who met the aerobic guideline of more than 150 minutes per week at moderate intensity, or 75 minutes at a higher intensity, experienced a 24% risk lower in mortality. Now, what do you think happens if you put those two together? The power of synergy. Participants who adhered to both the resistance training and the aerobic training enjoyed the most significant benefits at a remarked 30% lower. If you put the two together, it's 34, but the research showed a 30% And age is no barrier. These results held true across all age groups, even for individuals over 85 years of age. In fact, those over 85 who met both guidelines experienced a 28% lower risk of mortality. I'd say that's pretty good. So just to stress the importance of it, to show that the research is there to support that. The implications are profound and underscore the importance of incorporating strength training. So that's what we're going to touch on today. You have underneath your calendar that I gave you today, there are 2 pages. And these are basically like the cliff notes of what I'm going to present here on the screen. Part of my job is empowering people, right? You might feel intimidated, scared, never done it before. That's why I'm here. Come to me, let me help you out. It shouldn't be an intimidating place to be, and there is something for everyone in the fitness center and in our class schedule. Why strength training? I think we talked about this nasty word, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. So as we age, muscle mass naturally decreases, and regular strength training can counteract this loss. It can also improve your mobility and your independence. These become really important, right? Enhanced mental well-being as well. And things that I have seen as far as independence and improved mobility, people that would come in on a walker, gain some strength, and they'd be able to get rid of the walker. Picking up their own groceries, being able to go out and harvest stuff in their garden, just things that after an injury or even just from not strength training or any kind of training had lost that ability, and through adherence to this have gained those things back. And I think that speaks for itself. Physical benefits: improve muscle strength and endurance, make it easier to perform daily activities, climbing stairs, carrying groceries. Bone health, of course, is very important in our population, probably any population, but more specifically as we age. So regular strength training helps to prevent osteoporosis. It can actually increase your bone density through just strength training alone. Balance and fall prevention. This is a big topic too. If you don't have core strength and you don't have strong extremities, you're more likely to experience a fall. And after that fall, you're more likely to be injured than if you have flexibility and you have some base strength. So that's super important as well. The cognitive and mental health benefits. I made another presentation on this specifically that we'll do sometime later in the year, but there's a lot of research that shows your best bet to stave off mental decline is exercise. So it's exercise and dementia prevention basically is what the topic is, but it promotes neurogenesis and brain health, reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety, it releases endorphins and enhances mood. It also encourages social interaction. If you've not come to a class, I encourage you to do that. People come 30 minutes early and sit and just talk. It's a great social time. If you just hate exercise, doing it in a group always seems to make it a little more enjoyable. And we do laugh a lot. They laugh at me mostly, but that's okay. What we offer here are tailored workouts for seniors. If you're going to try to do it on your own, these are just some guidelines. I think this is in the handout. If it's not, I can get you access to this if you want it later. But just starting with light weights, you want to start light. You don't want to jump in and do anything crazy. Resistance bands are good. If you have bottles of water at home, cans of soup, those can be used as resistance training tools. It doesn't have to be highly sophisticated, right? We want to emphasize proper form to avoid injuries. Most of what you'll do with light weights or dumbbells, you don't have to worry too much about that. If you start picking up heavier things and not knowing what you're doing, that could be certainly problematic. Progressive overload. So this is how muscle grows, is you progressively lift heavier and heavier, right? And of course that's relative, but what happens in the gym is you're actually tearing down muscle fibers. And the muscle grows when you sleep, rest, recover, and eat. So if we're not creating enough stress to break down the muscle, we're not going to get any true muscle growth. So, and that again, that's relative for everyone, but that progressive overload is kind of the direction of the program. Key exercises where you're moving multiple joints at one time, body weight exercises, squats, push-ups, all modifiable, right? Somebody may squat down to way down, and somebody may squat a lot shorter. Push-ups, you can do them on a wall, you can do them on an elevated platform, you could do them from your knees. So there's a lot of modifiable movements, but these are still moving the primary joints, moving multiple joints at one time. Resistance band workouts, you can do at home. You can do anywhere. You can take that band, and there's a lot of different movements for that. Light dumbbell routines targeting large muscle groups. Incorporating strength training into daily life. How do we do it? Schedule regular workouts. If you have a schedule and you have a plan, it tends to work better than if you kind of go, tomorrow, maybe the next day, right? And I will say it's a struggle for me sometimes too, but I find that once you show up, if you just can get there, then whatever you do beyond that point is more than you would do had you not shown up. So just getting through the door, showing up for a class. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions or classes per week, and combine that with other activities. We've got lots of room in our chair yoga class. We have a traditional yoga class that's on the floor and up, but it's tailored for seniors. Seek professional guidance. Here I am. Work with a certified trainer or join a senior-specific fitness program. And you guys are really blessed because you have a lot of access to those types of things where seniors in other places may not. They have to seek those out. You just have to walk over to the wellness center. Encourage participation. It's never too late to start. Join a fitness class, get a buddy. Remember we talked about this last time? Have an exercise buddy. Someone else that you're accountable to besides yourself. And then use your resources. The ARC Fitness Center, seniors fitness classes, and online tutorials can be a good guide as well. Any questions? Not one question. Yes, I have a question. Hang on. You want to come this way? Because if I get behind the speaker, it's going to squeal.
If in our attempt to become stronger and be more active, is soreness following a workout or a day or two later a sign of progress?
Did everyone hear the question? So we have our normal everyday soreness, right? Like we all carry around with us. And if you do something to your muscles in your body that it's not adapted to, you will probably have what's called DOMS. It's an acronym, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. It can happen the same day. That's probably not good. That means you probably overdid it. But within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to experience soreness in the affected areas. And that's perfectly normal. Not being a seasoned exerciser, you may not know the difference between that soreness and, oh my God, I hurt myself kind of soreness. And that can be disturbing if you don't know that. But it goes away. It goes away within a day or two, and then you feel fine again. Injuries last much longer than that. So if the pain doesn't subside and it continues on, then we have something else underlying. But being sore is perfectly normal. Being overly sore that you can't move for several days, that's too much. That's too much. And so we try to ease in. That's the whole thing, right? Easing in. Did I answer your question? Okay. Any questions about strength training, resources? Any questions about nutrition?
Calendars? Where are calendars? Upstairs?
For the fitness classes, yeah, if you walk up to my desk, which is upstairs from the bistro, right, in the wellness center, there's a plastic tub on the end that has individual programs in it. In the front of that, there are class calendars right there. Feel free to take one. Anyone?
If you put it where you can see it every day, your calendar that is, and you check it and you highlight the classes you want to go to, you see yourself progressing and maybe going to a class that you didn't go to before. So and if it's someplace visible every day, like the refrigerator door.
Door.
Oh my gosh, whoa. Anyway. That might help. Anyway. How do you document on your journal the buffets when there's so many different things and you have a tablespoon of this and a piece of that?
I use my phone and take a picture of the meal. And then you can set back down with the pen and you can close estimate of what it is. But I can look at the picture and tell you what's there. And the amount. Yeah. And another thing is with the buffet, don't go back a second time. I think the issue is just there's a buffet every day, right? Only on Sundays? Okay. I knew they were doing them for a while there. I didn't know if they were still doing them every day.
Salad bar at night.
Salad bar's good.
What I like about buffet, because there's a lot of options on that salad
Okay.
bar.
Here's the breakfast buffet.
Oh, that's true.
So when there's buffets, right, it's like eye candy, you get overstimulated. Oh, gotta go in with a plan. You gotta go in with a plan and you gotta use good judgment. But taking your camera and taking a picture of the food and then looking back, what did I eat? Oh, ooh. That can be helpful because you get a visual of it. And it can certainly help with journaling after the fact. Anyone? Challenges? Questions? Thank you. If you want me to look over your food log and you want to stay after, you have a question, you need help with something, that's what I'm here for. That's all I have for you guys today. You're very welcome.